Hey there, I hope you are doing well. It's been a while since I posted here on my YouTube channel, so I thought I would come back with a little life update, let you know where I've been, how I've been doing, and also answer a few questions that you guys had for me over on Instagram. I am currently sitting in my car. I have you guys propped up on some baby board books, so hopefully you can see me okay. I am in the parking lot of my lab. I just went and had some blood work done. I had to get my thyroid checked. I have to get my thyroid checked constantly, and I'm also doing my glucose test today. So I'm here for 2 hours. They said I could sit in my car, so I figured this would be the perfect time to catch up with you guys. So I went and did the drink already. I drank the lime flavored drink, and it wasn't too bad. Everyone says that it tastes like a flat Sprite, and that's exactly what it tasted like to me. As soon as I opened it, it smelled like Sprite, and it was kind of like a thicker consistency because of all the sugar, and I'm feeling a little kind of on a sugar high right now. I'm very hungry. I have been fasting. I think the last time I ate was like 7:30, 8 o'clock last night, so I'm very hungry. Having a pregnant woman fast feels like a form of torture, but just got to get through the next 2 hours, and then I'm going to get something yummy for lunch. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something worth this fasting. So that's what I am doing today. The last few weeks have been absolutely insane. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know. If you're not following me on Instagram, I highly suggest that you do, just to stay up to date with me, because I've been posting a lot more over there and a lot more on TikTok as well. I will have both of those linked in the description box below, but you can find me at The Magical Mundane Life. But the last few weeks have been crazy. So it started with having to go get a fetal echo done, because when I went to my anatomy scan, they were having some trouble seeing a few things with his heart. They said that the images just weren't great, so I went for another appointment at a different location, same doctor, but different location. They also couldn't see what they needed to see, so I was sent to a specialist, and I was terrified. I was very stressed about it, but I also had kind of like this peace about it, knowing that it was gonna be fine because I could feel him move, and his heart rate was always fine. And so I had the fetal echo done. Of course, everything was fine. So thankfully that all worked out. Then right after that, I started getting horrible migraines. I've suffered from migraines for the past few years, but nothing compared to what I've been dealing with. I have had them now for about 4.5 weeks. Every single day. There has only been one day in the past 4.5 weeks that I have not had a migraine. And if you've ever had a migraine, you know that they are awful. And having one every single day for 4 weeks, no fun. So I went into the doctor, and actually I don't know if, I'm pretty sure I had it written down right, but when I went into the doctor, they said, actually your appointment's not until tomorrow. And I wasn't feeling good, and I had these horrible migraines, and I was looking forward to finally getting some answers and maybe having some relief from the pain that I was feeling, talking to the doctor and all that. So I said, okay, that's fine. I'll come back tomorrow, but can you please just check my blood pressure? Because I'm not feeling well, and everything I'm reading online is saying that it could be linked to high blood pressure. So they said, no problem, we'll get you checked. I go in, I have a migraine, not feeling well. I'm anxious. I'm supposed to be going to the hospital right after this to go meet my nephew. If you guys didn't know, my nephew Colton was born on May 4th. So this all happened, must have been May 5th or 6th. So I am in there waiting, high anxiety. They check my blood pressure, and of course it's high. So because I have a headache, and now because I have high blood pressure, I need to stay. So I see multiple doctors. They come in, they're talking to me. I'm starting to freak out. I'm like, they're going to send me to the hospital to be monitored. My blood pressure does not go down because I'm very anxious. So they send me on my way and just say, come back tomorrow and we'll recheck everything. So I went to Publix, got myself my own blood pressure monitor, and was checking on my own. Everything seemed to be right, seemed to be fine. I went back the next day, check it, fine, but they're still not sure why I'm getting this headache, so they're still thinking that I might have preeclampsia. So they want me to do a 24-hour urine test. They want me to do all of these things. So I'm being monitored. I went to the doctor, I think out of 7 days, I think I was there 5 times during this crazy week of trying to figure out if I had preeclampsia. So they ruled out that I do not have preeclampsia, but they could not figure out why I was getting such bad headaches. Could just be hormone related, could just be because I'm pregnant. these things happen. It doesn't necessarily have to be linked to anything, but they were so bad that I was in tears every day. I was laying in bed with like an ice pack on my head. Sebastian was coming in and closing the blinds for me. So sweet. Just trying to lay in the dark, have my box fan on, my colds, you know, ice pack. David was constantly checking on me, taking care of the boys. That was so helpful. He had been working nights, so he was home during the day, which was so great because that was so helpful for me to have him home so that I could just lay down and just wallow in pain, basically. But thankfully, after we've ruled everything out, they did give me a medication for something that's pregnancy safe to take for the migraines, and it has helped tremendously. So I feel like I'm starting to come back to life. I'm starting to be a little bit productive, starting to get things done, starting to feel better. So I will hopefully be back here more consistently. While I was going through that, I was still trying to create content on Instagram and TikTok. I did have some sponsored posts that I had to do while I was in so much pain. So it's been a tough couple of weeks, and YouTube has definitely just taken a back burner because I have been in so much pain and I haven't really had any inspiration or ideas of things to film. I have been doing Mommy Mocktail Monday over on Instagram, where I share mocktail recipes. I'm doing that on Instagram and on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter anymore, hardly. On Instagram and TikTok. And I just really haven't had a whole lot of like content ideas for YouTube. So that's what's been going on. It's been a crazy few weeks. If you guys would keep me in your prayers, I would truly appreciate it. And now I'm going to get to the questions. Let me check the time. Yeah, still got plenty of time. So let's get into the questions. First question, what is a product that you used to love but you don't use anymore? I'm sure there's probably a few, but really the first thing that comes to mind is Bath & Body Works 3-wick candles. I do still have a few, but I don't think there's something that I will seek out. I used to love them. I was obsessed. You guys probably saw my crazy Bath & Body Works candle collection video at some point years ago. And the scent is just too strong for me. Scents are something that triggers my migraines, so just not something that I really use anymore. And if I ever were to burn a Bath & Body Works candle, they would probably be like a fall Christmassy scent. So I think I might have a couple fall and Christmas scented Bath & Body Works candles, so if you see me using them in the fall and during Vlogmas, I didn't buy them new. I've had them stocked. So that's probably one product that I can think of, but again, I'm sure there's more. Is pregnancy easier or harder than you thought it would be? Love seeing your family grow. Thank you so much. Pregnancy is definitely way harder than I thought it would be. I guess I just always kind of like romanticized the idea of pregnancy. I just thought like, I'm gonna have the cute little bump and I'm gonna have this beautiful pregnancy glow and it's gonna be great. Instead, I've had all kinds of crazy issues. Migraines. I'm not glowing, I'm just puffy and swollen. I thought I would have a bump like in the very beginning and was just like so excited to hold my bump, and I'm like really just now starting to show. My first trimester was horrible with just all day sickness. The second trimester has been rough with the migraines and then all the doctor's appointments and everything else. I am considered high risk because of my previous miscarriages and because I'm on a thyroid medication. So I am constantly getting my blood drawn, constantly at the doctor. So it's way harder and I can't breathe. That's another thing. Do you like your Peloton bike? I do. I really do. I'm very glad that I got it. I love having something in my home that I can do while the kids are napping or if they're outside with David. I don't have to get dressed, go to the gym, do all that. The closest gym to me, the gym that I go to, is close to a half an hour away, and sometimes I just don't feel like driving an hour to go to the gym for less than an hour. So it is nice to have my Peloton bike. I haven't really done much of anything in the last month because my headaches have been so bad, but I think now I'm gonna have to maybe adjust my Peloton bike a little bit because my belly is definitely getting in the way and it's a little bit harder to breathe, but I do love it. David did it once and he's like, oh my gosh, this is way harder than I thought it would be. He's like, now I understand what you mean when you come off and you're like panting, because wow, that was crazy. So I love it. If you're thinking about getting one, I highly recommend it. I do have a code where I think you can get like $100 off or something, so if you're ever interested in a Peloton bike, let me know. I'll hook you up with a code. What are my favorite running shoes? I have been wearing the same brand type of running shoes for years. I went to Fit to Run, which is like a specialty running store where they can actually watch you run and choose the best shoe for your feet. So they picked out, I believe, I know it's an ASIC, but I think it's an ASIC Gel Nimbus, and then I've been getting just like, they always have different numbers for every year that they come out with one, so the 13, the 12, the whatever. Every time I get a new running shoe, that is what I go to. It is the most comfortable. It's what I've been using for years, so highly recommend. Do you have an ideal number of littles to complete your family? I'm thinking it's going to be 4. I've said previously that even though I am pregnant and have not had this baby yet, I still feel like we're not done. I do still want, my car always is going to shut off when I sit in it too long. I do still want to try for a girl, but even if I do end up getting pregnant again and it's a boy, I think I'm still done. I think I'm done at 4. So that's what I'm feeling, but you never know. We'll see. It's all in God's hands. Have you gotten to do any of the pregnancy things you dreamed of? I was thinking about this earlier when I first saw this question, and I don't know that there has ever really been anything specifically that I've dreamed of. I always just thought about like all of those like rites of passages that you experience when you're pregnant. So like for today, for example, doing this glucose test to see if I have gestational diabetes. It's like something every pregnant woman does, and I never got to do it. And a lot of people are probably like, you don't want to do it. But I don't know, it's just one of those things that like so many women have experienced that I never got the chance to experience or even know anything about it. So I think just those rite of passage type of things. I am having a baby shower, which I've never had a baby shower before, so I'm really looking forward to that. Again, that's just like another rite of passage thing that I really wanted to experience. But there's nothing like this specific. I can't breathe, y'all. His belly, he's getting big. At my last doctor's appointment, he was almost 2 pounds, so we're getting big. But yeah, nothing that I can specifically think about. I had to take a moment there. Can we buy you items off your registry? I've been watching your journey forever. That's so sweet. That's so nice that you want to. I don't know. I am registered on Amazon. I don't know if I'll link it here or if you just want to send me a DM. I can send you the link for it. I don't know. I don't want people to feel like they have to buy us things, because even for my baby shower, I'm like, please don't feel like you have to bring a gift. I really just want to experience like celebrating motherhood with all the women in my life, because I've never truly had a chance to do that, because I never had a baby shower, and then I never got to have the full adoption party that I wanted with either of my boys. So I'm really just looking forward to being with everyone and not necessarily so much about the gifts. So I'm not sure if I'll link it, but possibly if you really want to send something, my P.O. box is always open, and I'd be happy to send you the link directly. Let's see, a few more questions. Labor plans, and I think someone else asked me, what is your birth plan, vaginal or C-section? Are you scared? I am terrified of giving birth. The closer I get, the more I'm like, I can't breathe, because I'm so nervous. Everyone's experience is so different, and you just really don't know how it's gonna go. So the unknowns terrify me. I'm very scared, but I'm just hopeful that it will go well. I would like to have a vaginal birth, but again, you never know. So as far as plans, I have some loose plans in my head, but y'all know if you've been following me for any amount of time, my plans never take place. It's always up to God. So I'm just going to pray about it. I'm going to have a loose idea of what I want and just pray that it goes well and it goes smoothly, and that my baby will arrive here healthy and happy. Baby shower plans. So like I mentioned earlier, I am having a baby shower. It's going to be at the end of June. I am super excited about it. I chose the theme. My mom and I have been planning it. It's going to be beautiful. I don't want to spill too much. I don't want to tell you too much about it, because I will be vlogging it. Of course, I will be sharing it on Instagram and TikTok and all of the places. So something to look forward to. How is nesting going? Nesting is going great. It was definitely hard when I was in bed with my migraines, because my mind, I wanted to do so many things. I had so many things that I wanted to get done, but I just physically couldn't do it because I was in so much pain. But now that I am feeling better, it's on. Everything is getting cleaned, everything's getting organized, everything's getting decluttered. There are a lot of bigger projects that my husband and I want to do. We're building a giant shop, and it's going to be in our yard, so we're going to close in the garage and make that a big playroom. We are turning my office into a big boys room, so Sebastian and Lincoln will be together in that room, and then we're turning Sebastian's room back into my office, which it used to be when we first moved in, and then Lincoln's room will stay the nursery. And we really want to get the boys situated before the baby comes, so we have quite a few projects to do in the next couple of months, but I'm not super stressed about it because if it doesn't happen, I'm not too worried about it. You guys know with my other two boys, I had no time to prepare for them. It was like, okay, you need to come pick up this kid in 2 days. So I'm not too stressed about it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. For me, the baby stage has always been easy, so it'll get done when it gets done. But I love nesting. I wish I could nest all the time because I've gotten so much done. It's ridiculous. Is pregnancy everything you expected it to be? Like I said, much harder than I expected it to be. Much harder. But it is so cool, like feeling the baby move and hearing his heartbeat, and it's just such a huge blessing, and there's so many great things about it, but it's definitely not as easy or as romantic as I thought it would be. Someone asked if the boys will go to daycare. They will not. Sebastian is signed up for preschool, so he'll be going to preschool in the fall, which is exciting. He's really excited. He is so smart and he just loves being around kids, and I'm really excited for him. I think that he is going to love being in school. But no daycare. Lincoln will stay home with me. The baby will stay home with me. That is the biggest blessing in what I do with social media, is that I can do it any time of the day, anywhere. I can work from Wi-Fi and I can be with my kids, and I am just so thankful for that. And then last question, will you bring back your day in the life? Love those, and you. Thank you so much. I am very glad to hear that you enjoy my day in the life videos, and yes, I really want to start doing those. That is my plan, is to start doing day in the life videos. I just love capturing my kids at their age, and it's going to be so fun, like seeing us getting the house ready for baby and all of that. So yes, I do plan on bringing those back. I'm going to try filming on a different camera. I want to bring my G7X back because this camera that I currently have is much larger. It has a whole microphone set up, and it is very hard to vlog with because you constantly have to move the microphone around. It's heavy. Lincoln has dropped it a couple times and it's a little wonky. So my mom actually had my Canon G7X battery charger for a long time, and I didn't even know. I thought it was missing. So I finally got that back. I left it over there at Lincoln's adoption, so months and months and months ago. So I'm going to start trying to film day in the lifestyle videos on that. I think it'll be much easier for me, and if it's easier, I will actually do it. So that is my plan. I hope to have a day in the life video up for you guys soon. I know you guys really enjoy those. I enjoy them too, so I'll be back with those soon. It is coming close to my time to get my first blood draw for the glucose test, so wish me luck. Keep me in your prayers. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, for staying connected with me. I truly appreciate it. I love you guys so much. I love your support so much. I am so thankful for it. You guys have been incredible throughout this whole journey, really throughout my whole internet career for the past 10 plus years. You guys have been absolutely amazing. So thank you so much. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, highly recommend. I'm on there every single day, and that's definitely the best way to keep up with me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.